Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Khali, the Wind of Revenge was officially released in the MapleStory Korea server last week. Last time we checked out this class, we were still in the test client though, and I ended up getting thrown in jail for crimes committed against mushrooms. Apparently you can't hit those. This time though, I managed to avoid law enforcement and trained the class to level 200. So let's dive into the changes, the 5th job skills, and the new story that has been added now that this class is officially released. Nexon really went all out with the character customization on this one. Jeez guys, come on, you can do better than this. If you want to avoid story spoilers, skip to the time on the screen right now, because we're starting things off with the story first. My Korean isn't that good, but I think I get it. Khali was orphaned at birth after her mom pulled a padme on her, and she dies giving birth. She grows up to be an assassin for the ruler of sort of like Ariant, but then in Grandis. But turns out this dude ain't all that good news, and everyone she delivers to him gets their life force sucked out of them. Yikes. Khali also thinks this isn't all that cool and she goes all rebel mode against him. Turns out that the evil sucking dude is actually the mysterious Dr. Y that controls Kane, his sister. How this dude has enough free time to rule a country, but also meddle with Kane's affairs is like beyond me, but okay. But he's also one of the apostles of Darmor and will most likely play a bigger role in the story going forward. Also, the battle between Khali and him was actually pretty well made, but Khali will be stuck in her tutorial area all the way until level 30 if you finish the whole story. Alright, spoilers are over, welcome back, that wasn't too long was it? When Khali is released there will be various level boosting events to get her up to speed. There is a Terra burning event just for her. She will get rewards as she will level up, including a hella cute pet. It's a big W there. Basically the rewards from this event are her burning rewards, with a few additional things like titles and level up potions which will serve as a good boost for you. And also to mention, this update is called Savior, and there will also be another hyper burning event with this update that will be available for every class except for Khali, who will be Terra burning. Because we are Terra burning, Khali was already level 40 by the time we exit her story dungeon and were set loose upon the world. She's a thief class with a new weapon type. Her link skill will give you 5% damage passively and heals 2% of your HP and MP for 5 seconds every 30 seconds. Her Legion effect increases luck by a flat amount. That's the level 2 link skill by the way, no level 3 link skills in KMS, but I doubt she'll get level 3 link skill in Maple Global either. Khali, her main gimmick is that she has a lot of dashes. With every job advancement, she can dash more and deal more damage with her door dashes. One of the changes compared to last time is that the time it takes to stop her dash was decreased by about 40%. Khali goes into dark side when she dashes, but it does happen that time to time you dash somewhere where you didn't really want to go, so if you press the jump button mid-dash, you can cancel your movement. I will rarely to never do that in this video, because I'm on like 200 ping, 200 plus ping, and my inputs are so delayed that by the time the game registers that I cancelled the dash, the universe already ended in a heat death. So yeah, you won't see me doing that all that much. Despite her awesome looks and unmatched speeds, she still has a bit of an old school feeling to her, as her booster skill is not a passive but an active buff. Nice, keep it up Nexon. Can't wait to get some quality of life in 10 years where that's turned into a passive. Khali, her skills did get buffed a little bit in second job, one of them got buffed, gaining a little bit more critical rate boost on her impulse passive, which is always nice, 5% more there. With the third job advancement, she also gained a 20% ignore defense buff on one of her passive skills, so passively compared to last time she is a bit stronger. Just FYI though, this character is on the reboot server and I only have an Aaron, Mercedes and Evan for link skills, so she's pretty much bare bones, beside of course the burning event rewards. The blunt of the changes were done to the 4th job advancement skills though. Her main mobbing attack, Flurry, got its damage increased from 265% to 290%, but her Chakram split has had its damage reduced from 270% to 245%. This skill is still super fun to use and pretty amazing. You won't notice much of this nerf when you're just leveling up, she does plenty of damage. And the damage of your Chakram Fury and Insanity 3 buffs were improved as well, so it's good news across the board. Khali uses literally her entire kit when mobbing, except for like 2-3 skills like her previous job mobbing skills. But she uses those skills to dash around the map and make monsters explode. You won't get bored grinding with her thanks to her versatility and movement. But earlier on, it will take a bit of practice to control your dashes, so you always wind up exactly where you want to go and not somewhere randomly halfway across the map. Her damage though was fine, even with no damage links or legion. But with the level 150 burning gear, it was pretty easy to level her up. I did notice though that skill placement, like where the skills are on your keyboard, actually matters a lot for this class. Because you'll be playing it very actively, it can actually hurt your wrist if you don't have a proper setup for her many skills to use. So make sure to set those up properly so you don't get any wrist injuries. So last time I wasn't able to go over the 5th job skills, but hey, here we are, 5th job. Your first skill, Pandemonium, is a 30-second cooldown attack that lasts for 3 seconds, dealing damage to nearby monsters. The attack speeds up towards the end for a big finale. Its short cooldown makes it pretty awesome to use, both when mobbing and bossing. Your most epic looking skill though is Void Burst. When you use this skill, you are invincible for 4.3 seconds. Used to be 5, got nerfed slightly after release. Then you attack, dealing some big damage numbers. The skill does have a 180 second cooldown and you're invincible at the start for those 4.3 seconds and 3.5 seconds after the skill ends. So this is also your long cooldown iframe skill. Khali does have another 3 second invincibility frame with her 4 job skill Desert Veil though, so plenty of safety is built into this class. Her 5th job skill Astra has a passive that activates every 14 seconds when you hit monsters with a skill with an A in the icon. It just adds to your damage, which already isn't too shabby to begin with. Her final 5th job skill is called Ultimatum and just spawns bigger and more chuckery. Great to take on those elite monsters, look how many there are. This skill does have a 180 second cooldown. So I would say overall Khali is a DPM class that can stick to bosses. She makes use of her dashes to cancel attacks and get away from boss attacks, or just generally go wherever she wants to go. After hitting the 4th job advancement, you get so many dashes that it can be pretty easy to forget where your character is or where you're actually going. She's pretty intense to play. When I was grinding, I was using about 6 skills, and most of those have short cooldowns, so not non-stop, but definitely a lot. The cooldowns are very short, like a few seconds for most of them. She also has a hyper skill that reduces the cooldown, so you'll be spamming those quite often. She also has a summon hyper skill and has to dash after using her skills to activate those chakra to increase her damage and her rates. As a desert themed class though, her animations aren't that colorful. I still think they look pretty nice though. And I wouldn't say she's super difficult to play, her skills feel good and powerful. It has a nice rotation to it, kinda similar to Arc. There just are a lot of skills to use. And that's all on the update for Khali. She's officially released now in MapleStory Korea. She will be joining MapleStory Global and MapleStory C in our big summer update called Savior. If you have any questions about the class or would like to see it in action more, by the time this video goes live, I'm also live on Twitch to actually play her, so feel free to hop over to Coppersan TV and I'll gladly answer your questions on Twitch or just leave them in the comments, it's fine either way. What do you think of the Khali class yourself? Let me know. And that was all for today. And as always, many thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian, Hanoy, Ryalias, Terry Kim, Vareese, Kaudimora, Wiley, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, Saffronyx, Ziggy Flidiot, Knifesu, Cloudfix, Gussus Rodriguez, Digby, Vira, Trevor, Michael Menchaka, Ratius, Justin Vale, Silvio Nato, Afterlord_MS, Striker Elk, Tidal One Pun, Radical Jaws, Riser RU, Sir Tito 655, Mathias Simonsson, PC Game Life, The Passenger, Martin Panzik, Conrad Crystallis, Ace Light, Mr. Narc, Ben Wolf, Max Bernhardt, Muka 1017, BNB King, Scotty Flies Fast, Priscilla, Brendon Cam, Vague Botnet, Victor Sundstrom, ceemak, Only, Rashid Alarudi, Gerlando Balavia, Gianfranco Calderon Canavero, Lucky Beats, Matinu Dev, Gummy Bullet, Lord Fazil, Spats D. Kaiser, Zunnen, That Archie Guy, Grogro, Grable Egg, and Louis Bento Brandau. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and as always, happy mapling.